Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant Rajan. Welcome to Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com, the only community where you get guided assistance to invest in stock market, bonds, mutual funds, fixed deposits, and all kinds of insurance. If you are not a part of this amazing community yet, visit our website MPIinvest.com to join the free investment community. Nifty opened at 15,818 yesterday and went on to a high of 16,011. In fact, the Nifty did close higher, but the weighted average actually brought it down to lower than 16,000, which came at 15,989. But then, yes, the FIS sold very less yesterday. They sold just for 330 crores, while the DIIs bought for 1,464 crores. Later in the evening podcast, I did tell you about how the US markets were being volatile before the FOMC minutes were coming out. So the US markets were in the negative yesterday, but like I've been telling you, US markets are kind of changing the way they close. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. Even though US markets were in negative yesterday during the evening podcast, but they did recover, and not just recover, they closed in the green. Though not by a big margin. Nasdaq was up by 0.35%, S&P 500 was up by 0.36%, and Dow Jones was up by 0.23%. So this was kind of something that gave some global strength, and most of the markets in the Asia are already doing well in the morning. In fact, in the morning also SGX Nifty has been really volatile. In fact, morning when I saw, it was around 16,030, and later on it went on to a high of 16,120, and from there now it is kind of at 16,098, almost 1600. So whatever it is, one thing is clear, that we're going to have a big gap up today. Of course, this is not a great news for the Gold Club members, as big gap ups always puts us into kind of trouble. So of course, but we will manage it somehow. That's something that we need to do now. However, it is good for the investors, as we could see the stocks getting back to green, and of course we will see our long-term portfolio getting better. So that's something that we can be happy about. And when so many things are looking positive, there are some stock specific news also which makes it really positive. So of course we know TCS is coming out with results tomorrow, and meanwhile it's also important to understand that since TCS is kind of in an oversold zone, we might see some good up move, being a day before the results, people would try to square off their positions, short positions. Similarly, if you look at Titan has a great news again. I'm glad we had added that amazing number of Titan stocks that day. Titan has posted a 205% year-on-year jump in sales during the first quarter of FY23, primarily due to the low base effect. So compared to last year, this year they've got a good sales compared to since the last year sales were less. So that's something really good. Reliance is in news again, as they've partnered with Gap to bring Gap to India, and they will be the exclusive marketing people for India. So that's something looking great. And of course the auto sector is also in news, because TVS Motors has launched TVS Ronin, and it's a premium lifestyle segment. So that's something adding strength to TVS as well. But apart from this, as we see, the crude oil prices are also much lower right now, which is lower than $100, which is making that really interesting for the auto stocks and the paint companies. And that's exactly why we could see strength in paint companies and auto sector yesterday, and which will continue to do as well. Coming to the day today being an expiry, I am looking at of course a major gap up can also lead to some sell off. So even if the sell off happens, I am looking at the sell off to take support at 16,000. Unless there is a major selling by FIIs, it should take support at 16,000. Apologies for the disturbance coming in from background. That's something I cannot do anything about. Okay, so on the higher side, I would say 16,200 is a major resistance, and if at all that is broken, then 16,400 is going to be a major resistance. So these are important levels to be watched out today, and let us look forward to a profitable expiry in the Gold Club as well. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off. But before we leave, do press the like button and share this with your friends to help them learn and invest together with us. Wishing you a very profitable day.